Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another Oni's Fight Picks, where I make the picks, you make the cash. We're here just after UFC Event 271, and we had a pretty good run for our picks, but our bets didn't do so well. I've been betting on value. I'm not sure if we're going to be doing that still. We're going to be revamping it, so for this one, it's going to be quite a little bit different setup. So please bear with me as we get into our groove. This is a new channel, so we're going to be figuring everything out, ironing out all the details. But let's get started with our recap of UFC 271. Our first event, Bobby Green versus Nasrat Haqparast. That was a great fight. Bobby Green looked amazing. I knew what he would do. He did exactly what I said he was going to do. He's going to bob weave and stand there and just, well, he kind of played smarter than I thought he was going to. Haqparast just couldn't get anything off. He was rushing in, just couldn't get anything off, and he lost the decision to Bobby Green. One fight for Bobby Green, who will be heading up another card here soon. We lost the unit on Haqparast there, so that was unfortunate, but things happen. And let's move on to our next fight, Kyler Phillips versus Marcelo Rojo. This fight was supposed to be on the main card. It was moved to the prelims, so I'm not sure if you guys got to catch it, but Kyler Phillips just outclassed him everywhere, on the feet, on the ground. He got a triangle round 3 and beat Rojo, so we lost a quarter of a unit on Rojo, which we had a value bet on, which I'm not so sure we're going to do too much of anymore, because I'm always going against my own picks, and my picks are usually right, so we're gonna be revamping that, as I said. Next, we had Cannonier versus Brunson. Like I said, I had Cannonier winning. It pretty much went to how I thought the fight was going to go. They sat there and just banged in the middle, and Brunson was not able to get Cannonier down, which was my feeling, and Cannonier got the win. Here we go for the big boys. Like I said, fight of the night, I think it was Derek Lewis versus Tai Tuivasa. That was a crazy fight. Tai Tuivasa was able to withstand Derek Lewis's onslaught. He got hit. He got rocked a couple times. It looked scary, but he got the KO in round 2. And we got some money on that one. We got a quarter unit on Tai Tuivasa. And last but not least, we had Israel Adesanya versus Robert Whittaker 2 for that main event. Israel Adesanya was my pick. He won via decision. Whittaker looked kind of scared. He was not throwing his right hand. Towards the end of the fight, they were saying maybe it was hurt. I'm not sure if it was hurt or not, but it just looks like he was hesitant to throw that right hand because maybe he got knocked out with that same combo, the 1-2 with the 2 with the left and then the 1 with the right coming in, and he got knocked out with that. So I think he was scared to throw it. He wanted to keep it up. He kept it up high the whole time, which was good for defense, but he needed some offense, because I think he could have won that if he did some more offense. Overall, we got 4 out of our 5 picks correct. Our bets, we lost 3-1-1. We are down 100. We're down a unit and a half, or a unit and a quarter about. So not great, but we're gonna be revamping how it's, as I said 2 times already, how we do this. So please bear with me as we get into the groove. So with that being said, let's head into our event for this week, which is UFC Fight Night Vegas 48, and we have Johnny Walker versus Jamahal. All right, let's start with our first fight of the night. We have Joaquin Buckley versus Abdul Razak Alhassan. This fight is going to be a banger. Buckley likes to stand and bang. Alhassan likes to stand and bang, but I think overall Buckley has the more structured way of fighting, and he has a better base on everything. Alhassan comes out with strong punches, and he just swings for the fences, and I think that's a lot of the reason why he's lost his last fights. If he doesn't get you down in the first round, he pretty much loses. So, with that being said, we're going to take Buckley on this fight. We're not going to be showing bets this video, as I mentioned before, but for Buckley, if you can get him as an underdog, I would say for sure take it. If you can get him as a very slight favorite, I think it would still be okay here and there, depending on what the actual numbers are. All right, moving on to our next fight, we have Jim Miller versus Nikolas Motta. Jim Miller is a veteran of the UFC. Nikolas Motta is new to the UFC. He's only had 1 fight. So watching the tapes on Motta, I was impressed with his striking. He looked good. He doesn't look like he's that new. Like he doesn't look like he'll be scared. And he had that one fight in the contender series, so I think he's gonna be all right. But I do not think he takes out Miller, and I see Miller as an underdog. I will definitely take this as a bet. Miller as an underdog, I think he takes Motta. Motta's still new to the UFC, still new to the bright lights. Motta has better striking for sure, but Jim Miller is a beast on the ground. He's going to wrestle him to the floor. He's going to keep him there, and I think he's going to pull out the decision win. I don't see Motta winning this anywhere, honestly. So, with that being said, let's go with Jim Miller for this one. We're picking Jim Miller to win. And if he's the underdog, which I think he was, I would definitely bet on Miller. All right. Let's get on to our third fight of the night. The big boys. We got our heavyweights Parker Porter versus Alan Baudot. So Parker Porter has a good, well-rounded skill set. It doesn't look like he will. He doesn't look like he would, but he's pretty damn good everywhere. Now, the thing that scares me is how much he absorbs. He takes a lot of hits. He gets rocked a lot. But he does have good takedowns. When he gets rocked, he goes for the takedown. When he gets rocked, he doesn't give up. He keeps pressuring, which is good. And I think Porter is going to take this one. Baudot, I don't see him winning. He also gets hit a lot, and they both have pretty good output, but I just don't see Baudot getting this on the ground or in the wrestling or in the clinch. I think Parker Porter has the advantage on the feet, on the feet in the clinch and on the ground. So I think Parker Porter takes this. If you can find him as an underdog or if you can find him as a small favorite, I would say to take this. But I'd say stay away if it's any huge favorite. I don't advise going for. I don't advise betting on this one if Porter is a huge favorite. All right, let's move into our co-main event of the evening: Kyle Daukaus versus JB Pickett at a catch weight of 195. Jamie Pickett has been on a tear recently. Kyle Daukaus not looking too good in his record, but he looks good in his fights. I think Jamie Pickett swings this one. I don't see this fight really going to the ground. Daukaus might have a slight advantage on the ground, but I think Pickett has a bigger advantage on the feet, and Daukaus still likes to strike. I think Pickett takes this one. I'm going to go with KO. Kyle Daukaus gets caught a lot. I think Pickett gets the hit off, and I think he gets the KO. And for our main event of the evening, we have the light heavyweights, Johnny Walker versus Jamahal Hill. These are two guys that love to fight. They come out swinging. Johnny Walker does all kinds of crazy crap. He comes with just spinning attacks, jumping attacks. He's all over the place. He's constantly moving. Jamahal Hill has power as well, and he does all the same things that Johnny Walker does, but he does it at a higher output. Now, Johnny Walker's reach and his height is a distinct advantage here. Jamahal Hill's not small, but Johnny Walker still is going to have the 4-inch reach advantage over him, or 3-inch reach advantage over him. And I just think that Jamahal Hill's pressure is going to be too much. Now, and I'm going to pick Hill to win. Now, does that mean Johnny Walker has no chance? No, it does not. Johnny Walker is a great fighter. He's been looking great. Recently, he's on a kind of losing streak, but he still looks great in his fights. If he can stop himself from hurting himself, even though it was post-fight, I think that would be great. But I'm picking Hill here. I think Johnny Walker is a substantial underdog, though, so I wouldn't be mad at you betting Johnny Walker on this one. I think I'm going to put a little bit on Walker. Right now, we're not going to be using units, as I said, but I'm going to put some on Walker, and I think you can justify putting some money on Walker for this fight. All right, let's move on. To a recap of the picks for tonight. We have Joaquin Buckley versus Abdul Razak Alhassan. And I'm picking Buckley to win. If you're gonna bet, I'd say you can bet on Buckley. I don't see much value in Alhassan. Jim Miller versus Nikolas Motta. We have Jim Miller to win. I'd pick Miller to win. He's a underdog, I think, on most sportsbooks when I checked, so I think Miller is good value here. Parker Porter versus Alan Baudot. I have Porter to win, but I'm going to pass on this. Porter's too high of a favorite. I don't think it's worth it. Kyle Daukaus versus Jamie Pickett. I have Pickett to win, and we're going to pass on this bet as well. Unless you can find Pickett for cheap, I don't think it's worth it. And last but not least, we have Johnny Walker versus Jamahal Hill. As I said, Jamahal Hill I'm picking to win, and I see value in Walker. I wouldn't be mad at you picking Walker. So that's the recap for UFC Fight Night Vegas 48. Johnny Walker versus Jamahal Hill. Thanks again, and see you guys next time. Please go ahead and follow my Twitter, like and subscribe to this video for more content. I apologize for this being such a late video. I was having computer troubles, I was having internet troubles, but I want to let you guys know that I'm going to be skipping the next event. It was supposed to be Dariush versus... I forgot who it was. Dariush versus Islam, I think. But I think they replaced it with Bobby Green versus Makhachev. So... And unfortunately, I'm going to be busy this week, so I'm not going to be able to make the video. We'll be back in March for the next big UFC, which would be UFC 273, and that is going to be between Covington and Masvidal. So I'll see you guys for that. We're going to have a new system in place. We're going to have, hopefully, it's going to look a lot better, and we're not going to have this clutter in the background, so I apologize for that. Thank you guys so much for watching as always, and see you guys later.